It's football.
Antonio Brown does the absolute. Did you watch? You watched the video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Antonio Brown basically goes off. He takes his uniform off and runs around on the field mid-game while Tom Brady's on the field and dances around. And what I found out is that he's got a huge history of bizarre incidents that I knew nothing about. So it says Antonio Brown's NFL career took another bizarre turn on Sunday when the wide receiver walked away from his team's game at MetLife Stadium. With the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trailing the New York Jets 24-10 in the third quarter, Brown removed his uniform and pads before walking off the field shirtless. Brown tossed his gloves and shirts into the stands. He waved to the fans as he jogged through the end zone and into the tunnel. Beforehand, teammate Mike Evans appeared to try and calm down Brown, who had 3 catches for 26 yards in the game. After Brown bailed on the Bucs, quarterback Tom Brady helped lead a comeback. They ended up winning. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Brady connected with Cyril Grayson for a 33-yard touchdown with 15 seconds left to secure a 27-24 victory. So I was kind of surprised that they're saying he's worn out his welcome within the league, and I kind of get it. He's got a lot of incidents. Apparently, he tried to fake a vaccination card recently. Did you see that? That's wild. And it says, this article is also from TMZ. It says, Antonio Brown kicked off Bucks after shirtless tantrum, rides around with New York City driver. Brown didn't bolt off to the airport after his infamous exit on Sunday's game. Instead, he hit up a celebrity driver to come and get him, and the NFLer was clearly in a great mood. The driver, Danny Chalet, posted this video to his Instagram account showing AB grinning from ear to ear and talking on his phone after getting picked up. But it appears that AB was in no rush to leave town, with Danny hinting at AB staying in the area to party. As for any sort of official statement from Brown, the receiver posted a short message on Instagram saying, "Big mad. Making a difference. Thanks for the opportunity." AB was spotted outside MetLife Stadium shortly after his exit, wearing the same clothes he wore while arriving with his luggage by his side. It appears he was waiting for a car service to come pick him up, presumably to take him to the airport, because he wasn't going to be able to fly home with his teammates, because they kicked him off the team after this. It says this is truly bizarre. Anthony Brown just ripped off his jersey and ran shirtless onto the field and headed to the locker room right in the middle of the Buccaneers matchup against the New York Jets. What do you think? CTE? Like concussion syndrome? Maybe. Injuries?
Well, look at Stallone. He doesn't really act like that. He just slurs his words.
That's. But I'm saying that apparently, he's had several instances where things like this have happened.
Maybe he's just a showboater.
But it says.
Booty.
After the game, basically what happened was they let him go. He was kicked off the team after that. Apparently he'd been given one more chance. And then I'm looking back at all these articles and it says ex-chef says NFL star is yet to settle debt. Anthony Brown, chef, says he's suing Buck star over a claim that he still owes him $10K. Brown's coach says Antonio Brown his coach says Brown's future with the Bucks up in the air after vax scandal. So that was just last month. So he's had a bunch of stuff happen, and I almost feel bad. I hate talking about stuff like this, but it just seems so crazy. The announcers had no idea what was going on. Usually you see in these things, announcers are very polished and can handle any situation that comes in the game, and they're clearly weirded out by what was going on the field. So I don't know. No?
I don't know. I don't know. For me, I'm not really into football, but I know this football team is my brother's second favorite football team.
The Bucks?
Yeah.
What is his first?
The first one, I think he likes... Which one does my mom like? I think the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, well, as a Minnesota resident, I'm supposed to hate your mom then for that.
She
would be my mortal enemy if I was home in Minnesota.
Well, then my dad's, he likes... I don't know. Where are the Chargers now? Who owns the Chargers?
I have no idea.
Because I remember the Chargers as San Diego Chargers.
I was a hockey player, not a football player.
Yeah, I don't really follow football. Football is a foreign thing to me. I'm yeah, football. Woo.
But it's just this is I feel bad for the dude because it seems like he's had just a bunch of stuff happen and doing what he does, right? Like it says new deals emerge over shocking decision to quit Buccaneers. So he quit. So I don't know if that was like his theatrical quit, or if he was gonna, or if like the incident led to him being fired, right? Because the coach said he was fired. It says the new year got off to a bizarre start from the Buccaneers on Sunday when Antonio Brown decided to ditch the team during the third quarter of their 28-24 win over the Jets. After a spat with coach Bruce Arians, I'm sorry about that. Brown took off his helmet and his shoulder pads and his undershirt and then stormed off the field shirtless. Although Brown has been active on social media over the past 24 hours, one thing he is yet to reveal is why he left the field. However, NFL.com did offer some clarity on the situation. According to the league's official website, Brown felt like he was too injured to play, so he refused to go into the game when the coach asked him to. Going into Week 17, Brown had been dealing with an ankle injury that kept him out of practice on both Thursday and Friday. The same ankle injury had been caused him to miss multiple games this year. Okay, so he's hurt, and the coach is like, you got to play.
Yeah.
Like, by the time the third quarter rolled around, Brown apparently felt that he couldn't help the team and that it wouldn't do any good to put him in the game. Brown's decision clearly didn't sit well with Arians, who told him to get out after the receiver twice refused to enter the game. Following Tampa Bay's win, Arians was asked if Brown's ankle played a role in the bizarre situation, and he empathetically said no. So he said no. Although quitting your team in the middle of a game is a horrible look for Brown, it will also be a bad look for Arians if it turns out that Brown's version of events is true. So the coach is telling him that he has to play. I think they're both in the wrong here.
Yeah.
I think, the coach is telling you to play and you clearly feel like you're not healthy enough to do so. They take injuries very seriously in sports nowadays because of, so
lawsuits.
Well, just that, and then, but you don't storm off the field and make yourself the center of attention over all this, so that's kind of ridiculous.
IDK. IDK.
Following Tampa Bay's win, Arians was asked if Brown's... Okay, yeah, so it says, before his exit, Brown caught 3 passes for 26 yards. Just before running off the field, two teammates, Mike Evans and O.J. Howard, tried to talk him off the ledge and convince him to stay, but to no avail. So, like, they had no idea what was going on, and it's like, it's kind of crazy. Have you ever experienced anything like this, like a workplace where somebody just freaks out and just walks out?
Yeah.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
When?
Well, we're not allowed to say
it. Yeah,
because NDA.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We're not allowed to say it because NDA.
So I don't really think that I just thought this segment was kind of crazy because everyone looked kind of like all the comments that I was reading said they thought it was something related to like CTE or concussion syndrome. I think you're right. It's probably more just arguing with the coach.
It might be arguing with the coach because like for me, the first time I ever saw somebody storm off from my workplace was my friend Brian, but we called him Bubba, and like he's only 17 and like he was being overworked.
Okay, so it was a disagreement with his manager, similar to like a disagreement with the coach. What happened?
So this is when I used to work for Burger King. This manager, she does not respect any of us, and like she kept like overworking everybody. So Brian was a good employee. He knows how to work the cashier, and he worked really well in the kitchen. He was the one who trained me in the kitchen. And what happened was like, usually minors, you're supposed to get an hour break, right? None of us got a break. None of us.
I smell a lawsuit coming.
And this woman, I'm gonna stitch her out. Basically, you know how you're supposed to clock in, clock out, right? So she never clocked out. She only clocks out at the end of the week. So it looks like she worked more than she actually did. And I only physically saw her like 2 times throughout each week.
Throwing shade at Burger King.
Well, this Burger King is trash anyway. Legit, like, I'll tell you now, don't eat the chicken sandwich at Burger King.
Shouldn't eat Burger King at all.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Don't eat the chicken at Burger King because it's, like, legit, like, all of us almost got sick from it because it kind of stinks. So
in the Burger King world, your friend was Antonio Brown walking off.
Yeah, basically, he walked off because like she wouldn't listen to him. He was like, dude, I'm being overworked. I'm only 17, and like I feel like you don't understand. And she was like, yeah, and like she like made him look like he's a bad kid. Like he wasn't a bad kid. If you like just listen to him, he's not that bad. He just needed somebody to listen to him and like understand like, dude, he's a little bit young and like he's trying to support himself and his family.
I have a little bit less sympathy for somebody who's making millions of dollars walking off the field. I'm not saying that he should have played if he felt like he was injured, but stay on the sidelines with your team and finish out the game.
Well, there must be a reasoning why he did it.
Maybe
we don't know it because
that could come out later. But like to me, I have a hard time anytime somebody's making that much money and not at least staying till the end of it. So it says, following Sunday's wins over the Jet, Orion said that Brown was off the team. He is no longer a Buck, Orion said. All right, that's the end of the story. Let's talk about the guys who went out there and won the game. Brown was appearing in the second game since being suspended December 2nd for 3 games for violating the league's COVID-19 protocols. So he'd already missed 3 games because of the incident with the Vax card. So that is... I don't know. Like, it's just, I feel bad for the guy because, like, one of the things that I have a hard time when we do this is, like, when specific instances like this it's interesting, but I hate making videos on it sometimes because you feel like you're shining a light where maybe that it doesn't need to. But like I said, if you're making millions of dollars, you're a pro athlete, you expect to be part of the public discourse. So I have to kind of accept that you're allowed to talk about it because I feel like if the dude's struggling, I understand that. But
well, okay, if he's struggling, think it as a brighter side. He's shining a light on, like, dude, like, nobody really cares about our health, so let me show you a way. His way is kind of unusual.
I don't think his way is the right way.
It's not the right way, it's unusual, but maybe he's trying to make a statement saying like that, but like it's just an unusual way.
It comes off more self-centered to me than that.
Kinda.
Like I'm not trying to be rude either. Like
wait, what's his position?
He was a wide receiver, I believe.
Oh, never mind. Then I thought it would be like he's a quarterback. And
no, he's not a quarterback. They said he caught 3 passes for 26 yards. I'm totally guessing on wide receivers. So it says, what did Tom Brady have to say about Antonio Brown? Brady had advocated for Brown in the past, and he asked for compassion in the aftermath of Sunday's incident. It's obviously a difficult situation. I think we all want him to. I think everybody should hopefully do what they can to help him in ways that he really needs it, Brady said. That's an actual quote. I apologize if it comes off weird.
No, it just sounded like you had like CT for a bit.
Well, it's hard to, when you're reading transcript, you're not getting the inflection that he used there. It says, we all love him and care about him deeply. We want him to see him at his best. Unfortunately, it won't be on our team. We have a lot of friendships that will last. I think everybody should be very compassionate and empathetic towards somebody to some very difficult things that are happening. So that's exactly what I mean. Like, I'm commenting on it, and I think I don't necessarily agree with the showman, the look at me aspect of kind of going off the field and making it about you. But I do believe that compassion is important in a situation like this. So because you don't know what's going on. So again,
we don't know what's going on because we're not around like football news a lot. This is like our first sports news, right?
No, we've had some other stuff that's at least tangentially connected. It says a costly decision. So it said he was about to come into some performance bonuses to his $3.1 million salary. Brown was 8 catches and 55 receiving yards away. So it says Brown was close to adding some performance bonuses to his $3.1 million salary. According to Sport Track, Brown was 8 catches, 55 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown away from 3 separate $333 bonuses. So each one of those would have netted him another $333,333.
Damn. So
he gave up a lot of money, not complete. Like, that's crazy.
Do you realize in our whole lifetime we won't see money like that?
We won't.
Sorry, we're broke.
Well, broke.
Well, I'm broke.
I'm broke.
I still need to build my couch that's still in the Amazon boxes.
We work too hard. You're always at work.
Yeah, basically.
We got work to do when we're done with this.
Yeah, we got to work on background. So you guys might see a different thing. And you won't call us like weirdos that are in Tim's studio.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, his talent is undeniable. Brown has a long history of personal conduct issues and bizarre behavior. After Brown's successful tenure with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Buccaneers were the third team to take a chance on the receiver whose career at one time appeared on a path for Pro Football Hall of Fame. In 2019, after expressing desire to leave the Steelers, the team traded Brown to the Oakland Raiders. Brown never played a down for the Raiders, but his brief tenure with the team was filled with drama. Brown was sidelined during training camp after burning his feet in a cryotherapy. It's a Bitcoin therapy session.
Wait, how would it be like that? Cryptotherapy?
I have no idea.
Would they just throw
cryotherapy? Damn it!
Will they just throw like digital like digital phrases into your
That's
face.
exactly what happens. In the meantime, there was a grievance over which style of helmet Brown was allowed to wear. After unleashing a tirade at general manager Mike Mayock, the Raiders released Brown. So he's got a history of making things difficult on his teams. We'll see what happens. That was just this will be interesting to see where he goes from here if he keeps playing. There was another article I read that he released like a song on New Year's or something like that, and he's got like a record label. So maybe our next story about him is as a musician. That'd be interesting.
It would, but
No, you never know. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
bye.